Any changes to the agenda?
No, not for me.
Comment.
Would you like to have something to say?
Just wanted to introduce myself. I'm Pam Dickman.
Okay.
Here to get the vibe.
All right. Number 4, organization business. I'll turn the meeting over to Shauna.
All right, so the three of you, we need to elect a select board chair.
I nominate Denny Benson.
I second.
You want another year of grief from me?
I can't wait.
Well, yeah, I think that's what we just said.
I mean, he's the one who nominated you.
And all in favor?
I
That's it, right?
That's
And I
it.
can do it?
Yeah.
Now we need vice chair.
I move to elect Jim Linville as vice chair.
Second. All those in favor?
I
Secretary.
I'm going to nominate Brian Galick.
I second that.
See, when you're not here, you get railroaded.
Yeah.
All those in favor?
I
Aye. And by the way, the secretary doesn't take notes. The secretary is the last person standing if the chair and the vice chair aren't present at the meeting. They run the meeting. So it's not a secretarial position. It's
Once
more.
in a great while, I'll have a paper.
Yeah.
We did the all in favor, right?
Yeah.
All right, road commissioner. I'm gonna nominate Almond Crandall.
I'll second that.
Yeah, sorry. How do you spell his name?
2 L's.
A-L-L.
Crandall.
One L. So it's like the nut
What?
without
One L?
the D.
One L for his first name, 2 in the last name.
Oh, wait, A-L-L-M. Okay.
My new mnemonic device.
One L, Katie.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Okay, then I guess we need 3 DRB members.
Deb Granquist would like to request that Susan, Annie, and Jeff Lennox all be reappointed for a 3-year term.
I'll move that.
I second.
Discussion. All those in favor?
I
Aye.
Okay. Let's see, floodplain administrator.
Will has said that he would do that and 911 again this year if you wish it.
Okay, we'll kill 2 birds, 1 stone. Real good one.
I move to make Will Goodwin floodplain administrator as well as 911 commissioner.
All those in favor?
Aye.
I
You moved, I second.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Vendor ordinance.
I haven't reached out to Barbara Lloyd, but she has never said no.
I'm going to nominate Barbara Lloyd.
Thank you.
Second.
Second.
Aye.
I wait.
Okay, Wyndham Regional Rep.
I nominate Jim Linville.
Probably.
Second.
Yeah.
Do you want to fill Kara's spot or do you want to take the empty spot?
Karen not taking it.
I haven't heard back from her. I sent her an email a couple of days ago, but we do need to.
Good. On the Wyndham Regional, we have a proposer and a seconder in the vote. Did we do?
No.
You
I did the motion.
You did the motion.
I second it.
Okay. Aye.
I
Hey, why don't we nominate her and send her a letter? Then she'll either send it back or she with a yes or
Who
no.
was the tree warden again?
No, not
we're
tree
still
warden.
in,
Wyndham.
Regional.
Who was the other person again?
Kara Halpern. She has been it for the last 2 years.
Sure.
Sorry. Okay,
That's fine.
okay.
We need to. I mean,
Oh, you
there's
need
basic-
to. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Tree warden,
So and we've got a second in the nomination, we voted Kara in.
I thought we did.
Oh, we good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we wanna vote you in, Jim? Is that?
I thought we
Yes,
did.
yeah, we're
Okay.
voting Jim in.
That's what-
Tree warden,
Um,
about Ray Mara.
exactly, let's try it. Excuse me, I'll nominate Ray Morrow.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Senior solutions,
Um,
Laura Murphy.
She has also never said no, but I have not reached out to her.
If
let's
they
do
have it,
Retta.
send them a letter. Usually what happens with this, Pam, is we'll nominate them, send them letters, then we'll get a few rejections, so then we have to go through the process again. We don't know until we send them, unless they've specifically say, I don't want the job anymore.
Page 7.
Thank you.
Field coordinator,
I nominate Jenny Benson.
no, I don't want,
Okay.
I got too many things that's going right now.
John Bliss, let's do John Bliss.
Yeah, John Bush would be good at it.
Yeah,
I got too many things going on.
Mm-hmm.
Just need a second for that.
Second.
Thank you.
All in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Civil defense chairman,
Well, I'm gonna nominate Mark Falango.
I second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
911 commissioner,
Will said he'd do.
Will
that.
said we already did that.
Yeah.
We passed that.
emergency managed director, how about that, Bert? Didn't he take,
He did, he took it. I reached out to see if he wanted to do it again this year. I have not heard back from him.
well, let's nominate Mr. Burke.
I second.
I've got another, just a thought. Shauna?
No, thank you.
No, thank you, okay. And would there be anybody on the volunteer fire department who might take that on? Oh, we didn't know this guy Burke is, he's all amped up for this, right? He's got the radios and all that stuff, and am I thinking of the right guy? No,
This guy has a vacation home across the road from what used to be Brandon Myers Inn,
okay,
that little gray place down over the bank.
He is very nice. He's helped me with everything that I've needed help with. We just haven't had, knock on wood, any use to give him a call.
Okay.
so we've nominated him and seconded him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna vote.
Aye.
How about Shauna for assistant?
Oh, thank you.
You just said
You're just running for cover.
I live in Peru.
You don't have to live here in town for that one.
That's
I
Don't
don't-
want one on me.
Yeah,
That's fine.
that's not the real reason. You'll do it? You said yes?
I can do it.
Yeah, perfect.
all right, Shauna.
I don't
The
know, I have
railroad's
to check,
working.
Yeah,
I just
Chugga,
have to check.
chugga.
I move to nominate Shauna Badagowski.
I was not
Second.
born here, I don't know if that's an issue. It is sometimes an issue.
You're throwing a wrench in here
I mean, I am. a
into this
natural-
All in
nomination.
favor? All in favor?
Aye.
Regional Technology Team, Wyndham Regional Commission, Mark Falango.
Yeah, I'll nominate him, or
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Peter, I nominate Peter Harrison for Green Up.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Rusty Davis.
And I nominate Rusty Davis for, and Katie, I know you're just tripping over yourself to second it,
I'm seconding.
so we can vote on it.
I second. Aye.
Yeah,
What was the green up coordinator, Peter who?
Peter Arison.
Okay,
You know, he has those, what he does, been doing this for years, there's apparently a green up thing, that we have these green bags.
people on the side of
And
the road pick up.
he assigns different strips of road and people just walk along and, you know, it takes half an afternoon, you pick up stuff and you bring it to the transfer station and they just take it for free,
Love that.
so, and it gets the roads cleaned up.
We usually park the town small truck someplace, or you throw it
Usually
in.
we park it right here and they just
Yeah.
load it in there.
Cool.
Yeah, and Peter coordinates all that stuff.
Great.
Paper of record, do we have any new news there?
We don't, it's the same as all the years before, I think it's Vermont News Journal. There's, you know, some pricing in there.
Mm-hmm.
That is,
Okay, so I move that we select the Vermont News Journal for the paper of record.
I second.
Number 6, we had a review our minutes of our last meeting.
Yeah. This is what happens when we haven't done our homework.
At least the teacher gives you time during class.
Just conservative 6 to 7% return. And that.
Is that what he said? 6 to 7%.
I think that's what they said, and I'm, you know, that's what they said, so that's accurate for the minutes, but I'm just,
Right.
and we still haven't decided about the insurance, right?
No.
But,
I have that on.
yeah, follow-up questions remain.
How did that work out? Who was gonna reach out? I forget.
I sent an email, I'll just
Okay.
double check it. I have to send it, it's not like a real email, I have to send it through a portal.
Okay.
And I just remembered when I said it.
We accept February 24th minutes.
I second.
Uh,
All in favor?
Aye.
Payroll is the next item on it.
and so just to get things rolling, I'm gonna move approval of payroll check warrant report, number 5, aggregating $11,568.11.
I second.
Any questions on it? All those in favor?
Aye.
And then, oops, sorry. Okay,
Thank you.
I'm gonna move approval of, accounts payable check warrant report number 5 in the amount of $23,032.13.
I second.
I don't see any, anything jumping out here.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And, this is the only one, right?
Yeah, because the rest is just an invoice list.
What, Katie?
Uh,
Yeah, usually.
I think
this-
that was it. The rest is just an invoice list, right? We don't have one more.
Looking.
Yeah.
Correct.
All this was compiled by Kim, the town treasurer, and this is our oversight, which can be pretty cursory as tonight, when when you start having a $600,000 or $700,000 week, we tend to look at, or we see some big things that we don't quite understand, we ask about them, but this all seems pretty normal, so.
And then sometimes it'll be like an adjustment, like where you add something or subtract something and then.
And then when the English lists kick in, the minutes get corrected and pushed back and another couple of weeks till somebody retypes them. Did I say that correctly?
That, yeah,
I
yes.
often make errors.
I love he said the English lists. Yeah,
On
we
very
all
rare
know, we
occasions,
all
there are
understand that.
typos or whatever.
The English lists of it all.
Old business.
Okay, so we've got, as part of this whole grant acceptance process, we've got 2 things to sign. One is Shauna's excellent draft. Confirmation that the town can cover the $670,354 gap between the $3,670,354,000 grant request and the $3 million grant. So and this will either do it or not, but I'm gonna move that we sign it.
I second.
And Kim may have to come in and do something else.
So was that, Alyssa had said she wanted a letter either from the select board or me that just said, we have the funds to cover that shortfall. And at one point, they were gonna say something specific about using the special funds. But I didn't know if you wanted to be that detailed.
So
I-
it says changing it to special funds instead of has sufficient funds.
I
That's all I
think,
wrote, Kim, was has
No.
sufficient funds. I just did it quickly. I didn't.
Yeah, I
Well,
would
before
give
we
it
go
to her
signing-
that way.
Before we go signing letters, I think it gotta be decided where the money's coming from. I don't wanna be signing a letter and then held over a barrel saying, well, you signed the letter, now we gotta rob the special funds. I don't wanna put myself in that position.
Well, and I didn't know if,
this doesn't,
Yeah, it says we've got the funds to cover it.
no, it says we've got the financial capacity. And that means we can borrow the money. To me,
I didn't think we should be terribly specific. Because I didn't know if you were gonna pursue a bond or a 10-year loan or how you had hoped to do this. And I know that might be a decision down the road. But if you tell them you're gonna pull from your special funds, you can't go back and then say, well, we might change our mind, or we're gonna go for a bond to repay ourselves. That was my concern, so.
There's the possibility of other funding options.
yeah, I think there's no downside. This offers us maximum flexibility. I'm gonna move that we sign it. But that we, and if this isn't enough, then Alyssa will tell us how much more specificity we need in it. And I make that motion understanding that Denny definitely will not second it. Hopefully Katie will.
I second.
And but if Denny doesn't vote for it, then we're not gonna sign it. So
We would have to
I'm gonna
wait.
call the motion.
I second.
Yeah. So all in favor? Aye.
I wanna offer amendment.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna offer an amendment to the motion.
The money does not come out of special funds.
Then you'll need to
know.
be pursuing other options.
Well, we've got 3 bridges that need work on, and I know they're looking hard at the bridge special fund. But we've got a bridge up there on Greendale Road that was put in there in the 30s that needs work.
When does this have to be signed?
By the 16th of this month.
Okay,
Alyssa
so,
would like it tomorrow.
okay. What if we have to wait to sign it? And
I don't know,
because we don't have enough people to pass the motion now,
The next meeting's not till the
24th.
24th, and it has to be done by the 16th.
It's gotta be done by the 16th.
Okay,
So, you can, I think I've said what I can. You can specify the special funds, but I just didn't think you'd want to, because you may decide that it might be in our best interest to pursue a bond or a 10-year more loan. So we have the financial wherewithal to cover the 670,000. And you can say it that way and see how Alyssa takes it.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean that we're gonna raid. There's no requirement that we
No,
go after
I
the
don't like what was
Yeah.
just going on here, because Katie was looking, well, we can wait till Brian's here and then we can push it through and have 3 signatures. And I don't like that backdoor work. We've got some work to do up there, and that's the money they're looking at raiding. And where are we gonna get the money to fix the bridge?
well, I have a question. The town signed off on us, on us being able to have the 673,554 to meet the goal of the grant. It wasn't specified whether it was gonna be coming out of special funds. I thought it was gonna be coming out of taxes. Tax money. I'm just,
Well,
there was no
hey,
specific thing,
hey,
so I'm just curious.
It's all tax money.
Right.
Right,
But let me finish here. They haven't proposed a schedule of how to pay back the special funds with interest. If you do a bond for 15 years, it is all spelled out how much payment is going to be every year.
But then we would have to take out a bond against the town to refund the special, to refund.
No,
No.
if you take a bond out to raise the 670 some odd $1,000. Because see, Katie, you're not thinking far down the road.
No, thinking about the bridges that have to be done and,
Well, not only that, but this whole project they've proposed, they already know they can't do it for the amount of money they've asked. They're gonna be coming back and asking for more money. Then if they raid the special funds, where are they gonna get the money from?
Denny?
With all due respect, you're saying that everybody knows that we're gonna spend more than the 3.7 million. We don't know that. Or I don't know that. So if you say everybody but Jim Linville knows this, then I won't argue with you. But I don't think anybody knows that now. All due respect, just so clear the air. And if we don't sign this, what you're saying is, or if we add your thing, then you're requiring the town to borrow the money and not giving us the freedom to use our reserve funds.
Well, it sets a bad precedent too, because in reserve funds are put there for special projects. And if the special project comes up and you've rated the fund, where do you get the money?
Well, can we make an amendment in it saying, we can sign this tonight per a future discussion of repayment, with more information on the bonds down the road?
That, I think that letter basically
It
says
says that, I agree, but,
that's
because
the,
it's saying that we have sufficient
Yeah,
funds.
yeah.
By the way, I do like just, has sufficient funds personally, just because it wasn't specific on where we were taking the money out of.
yeah,
And so-
that's,
It's,
but that's what the town voted
the town voted on
for
it.
us to cover that overage. They made no, they weren't specific about where we were gonna raise the money. They're leaving that to us. But I think, to me, the vote that happened on February 14th behooves us to
To sign.
sign this, and we can decide where we're gonna get those funds later. We don't have to make that decision now, but we do have to, confirm that we are going to come up with $670,354, because that's what the voters asked us to do.
That's all well and fine, but I just wanna know where it's coming from. I got no problem, the town did vote for us to do it.
Yeah.
But I wanna know where the money's coming from.
Well,
Can,
I think it's too soon to make that determination. I think we need to we need to have the most amount of freedom we can, flexibility we can, when the time comes to figure out where we're gonna get that money from.
And
That's fine.
won't you know more information in the coming months?
Absolutely.
By the late summer, you might have that environmental study done. Am I correct in remembering something? And you might have more pricing detail, and you might have more design detail. And I'm just in favor of you all saying, not that it's coming, I'm not in favor of saying it's coming from special funds, just that we have the financial wherewithal to fund the shortfall, and you all will make the best decision on where it's coming.
also,
But
I just,
You don't
sorry,
know
I'm just,
today.
I'm curious about like the bridge fund. So like if we're talking about the special funds, but we're talking about the bridges that are down the line that need to be fixed. We're not taking this money from the bridge fund. We have money in the bridge funds already to start repairing, like even just the first bridge that has to be done like
That's
next
the
year.
fund with the most money in it, Katie. That's one they're looking at.
Okay.
And there's roughly $1.6 million in the special funds. And so you pull out the 700 plus, and now you still have a residual, but you don't really want to borrow against that and have to repay it quickly, because that's a lot of money to try to pay back quickly. And the other remaining funds are things that are often in need. So you have fire equipment, and you have trucks and paving, and so those are funds that have a continual demand every few years. They just kind of rotate through. So I'm not trying to push one over the other, but I don't see how we're going to not do this in any other way besides a bond or a 10-year loan. And I think the 10-year loan is too aggressive.
When you talked to and that was through the bank, but the Vermont Bond Bank, that was over a period of 15 years, correct?
the Vermont Bond Bank they offer bonds. What they do is they consolidate towns' needs. They lend towns money. And they finance that money by selling tax exempt bonds.
Right.
So, and those tax exempt bonds can be 15-year bonds or 25-year bonds. They're usually a couple of, standard bond issues, and the towns decide what, at any given time, depending on the interest rate structure and the tax laws at the time, the Vermont Bond Bank say, if you want to borrow 15-year money, this is what your interest rate will be.
Right.
If you want to borrow 30-year money or 25-year money, this is what
That's
your
what the
interest rate.
right.
And the town just decides, what they're going to apply for. And it's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, well, he said to me, you could borrow up to the life expectancy of that project, which he didn't, of course, recommend. A bridge might be 50 or more years, but that I thought would be kind of ridiculous. But yeah, the term can be whatever that you all determine as necessary.
Do we
What
know?
was the interest rate on the bond, Kim?
Yeah.
It was 4 point something. It was 4.2.
If we went into 20 years, would it be less? Or no, it would be
generally,
more.
It'd be
It
more.
would be more.
But
Yeah.
Kim, I thought he said that in the current, now who knows what's going on now, but in the current environment, I thought it was 15-year money was going to be a little over 3%.
And I might be getting I keep getting confused between the loan and the bond, because one was 3 point something and one was 4 point something. So I just think it.
No, the longer term would have higher interest.
I mean, essentially, the town voted for this to happen, and we have to have this signed by the 16th. And I think we need to listen to the voters and not be so specific about one thing or another because you're uncomfortable signing something that says something specific, because you don't want to be then accused of signing something you didn't follow through with. I understand that. However,
I got no
This is where
problem
we are.
signing it, as long as I know where the money's coming from.
Vermont bond banks right now, they put it out when the bonds first are sell, but it's 3.07 for 15 years.
Yeah.
okay.
So that's the
So
kind
if
of
you
number.
did that, when we borrow from ourselves for short term, we pay back the special funds with 2%, is it, Kim?
Yeah, essentially, yes.
So you'd only be like 1.1%
Right,
on a bond thing,
right.
and that would leave you your money to work, do your bridge projects that you've got to do and stuff. And the thing is we already are paying back for the land that we bought.
Right.
Yeah, we've got I haven't seen the updated schedule, but we have an equipment schedule.
Yeah.
That I don't believe is gonna have quite enough money in it if you keep rotating equipment like
Yeah,
you
the
should.
You're talking about
last
for
numbers
the
I did were
highway,
about 150,000 a year for equipment.
for equipment for the
Yeah,
highway.
I just ran,
fund.
the rough depreciation schedule, so.
Excuse me.
But
Okay, in the spirit of progress and moving forward, I am going to move that we sign this so we can get it over to Alyssa Sabeto. It was Alyssa Sabeto and Denny. I know that Jim is, wants.
yeah, I'll second that motion. And I don't think we need to discuss it more, but let's call it and see what happens.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't like this one goddamn bit.
I know.
I understand you don't.
understand. I'm sorry.
And we're not loving it either,
I
Denny,
really
just so you
not.
know.
But there's 3 people here, so
What is what is,
Well, let's do the vote and then we'll decide what next.
okay,
So all in favor?
I,
Aye,
opposed, no,
Okay.
carries.
so.
Okay.
Carry.
doesn't
Yes, it
carry.
does.
No, it
No, it
doesn't.
doesn't.
It doesn't
It
because,
does because it takes 3
Yeah,
members
3.
of the select board to conduct a meeting. The other 2 aren't here, so they don't get a chance to vote. It carries, Jim. Look in your Robert's rules.
because there's 3 of us and 2, so it does carry.
Well, I hope that's right. That's not my recollection, but,
Well, yeah, I've got 3 people and 2 out of 3 voted yay.
I can do some research. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's,
How about if I call Wayne? No,
Yeah.
Denny's right. It carried.
does it carry? Okay.
Yes, it carries. And in all
Right.
fairness to moving forward, we're gonna end up having to borrow the money in the most economical way you can, because raiding the special funds really isn't a very good way of handling it because of
Okay.
the other demands on those funds.
I also am gonna say, I think we, oh, sorry.
I just had a quick question.
Yeah.
So the final decision about whether you borrow from special funds or get a bond or a loan comes down to the select board? Or does
Yeah.
it go back to the voters, or it's a
No.
catch-all?
It's already
No,
been
it's-
voted on.
One of those options.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The town basically, authorized us to figure this
One
out.
of those 3
And
options.
this is all this sausage making is us figuring it out.
Gotcha. Okay.
We get to play with in today's standards, not a major amount of money, but we sign work orders or pay orders up to $1 million for the schools, just stuff like that. And we fight and argue about these things here, and then when we walk out the door, we still speak to one another.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, I don't know about that. So.
Okay, so.
I have a quick question. Kim, I feel like because we didn't really do our due diligence before this to have the information about getting a bond, or, it was kind of like a last minute thing. I think we need to keep that on, like, a revisit in 2 weeks. I mean, in a month, on like where the progress
Well,
is
we
with
gotta-
that.
I don't think we'll know until we actually know how much money, if there's other funding.
Okay, so
you
we
know, like,
have-
we're not
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
know
we're not
an
gonna
exact
know.
amount of anything until
Right.
we get
Let's
to that.
not put the cart before the horse.
Yeah, okay, so we're
Wait a
gonna,
minute, let me
Okay.
finish.
yeah,
This Rivers grant that Shauna's been talking about, I think it would be not wise to go out and make a deal on a bond for the 670,000 till we actually needed it.
Right.
Because if you did that and then they were thinking about giving us some money, they've already got a bond. They don't need our money.
I understand that.
That make any sense to you?
It does.
oh, yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Totally.
We absolutely don't have to come up with this money until we have to come up with it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
Great.
yeah. Okay.
No,
so-
agreed. I totally forgot about that potential opportunity.
Yeah,
Now, if it comes through, it's fine. If it don't, fine. But if you've already got the money sitting in the account waiting to go, they're just going to give it to somebody else that hasn't got it.
okay, so I'm gonna sign this, Katie, you're gonna,
Yeah, all that says is that the town has
The money.
this amount of money.
yeah. There we go.
I'll sign it because she'll
Okay.
reject it if there's only 2. Melissa will reject it,
Okay,
but it's in the minutes that I voted against.
It'll go down in the minutes.
And then the second letter is just for the extension. And that is what Alyssa sent over. I just put it on letterhead.
Yeah, I move that we sign this.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Going to hear out.
I thought we'd be here till 10.
Oh,
Don't.
Other
jinx
piece of
us.
paper.
sorry. There you go.
Probably won't get stapled
This is like the
together.
shortest meeting we've ever had.
Well, we're not.
done.
Oh, no, we're not done.
Yeah. You wanna set a record on a short meeting, or do you
No,
wanna go?
we got some other stuff to do.
Okay, good.
Pam has come in to inquire about the select board person's position. And so if you got some questions,
I don't necessarily have specific questions, I just kind of wanted to see how you guys worked. I do have experience, I was a town clerk for almost 3 years in Jamaica.
Oh, wow.
And Jamaica didn't have a town administrator, so I was the clerk of the board too, so I've been to a lot of select board meetings, but every
How are we doing?
board is different, yeah, you guys are great so far.
Are you having fun?
I'm having so much fun. Yeah, no, you guys are great. So yeah, just seeing how you do it and kind of familiar. I've been in Weston 8 years, but life has been life, and this is like the first few months that I've started to focus on the town business and pay attention. So I'm just familiarizing myself with what you guys are working on. So I know you've got the bridge and the dam project, that's like the number one. And then are there other big things you're working on? FEMA buyouts, I think, right? Is that
they're
still,
pretty well done.
that's pretty well done?
Yeah.
So we have
But we-
3 properties that all applied for FEMA buyouts. 2 the town is closed on, and those 2 will be coming down fairly soon, I think,
Is
sooner
that-
than we think. They were going to try to start last week, but something happened with the company that's taking it down, so they're waiting a little bit. And then we're close to closing on our 3rd property, so we're almost there.
Okay.
Which is crazy.
And then, there's a lot of there's capital campaigns for the Playhouse, which is not select board, but it is Western Community Association. So there's a lot going on with that. The library is being redone.
Right.
Yeah, and all that is other,
Other,
yeah, we're only peripherally involved in those kinds of, in those things. But the 3 main nonprofits in town now are the WCA, which is wanting to bring the Playhouse building back. And obviously they're very interested in getting rid of the dam since they own it. But that's covered with this grant. The theater company, which is always wanting to raise money, and the library that is just finishing up their project, talking about May, June, or something like that.
yeah, I just said maybe May.
Yeah.
That and last, I think it was December, the town bought 17, 18 acres across from Greendale Road.
I did your title search.
Yeah.
No, all right.
Great. Yeah.
And we hoping to get somebody to come in. We have some surveyors, some maps and stuff, but we've got a list of things we want to put up there. And to do it right, we're thinking about getting an engineer to come in and lay it out for us, rather than just go up and say, oh, this is a good spot for this or this is a good spot for that. And
Is that still on for later this coming week, Jenny?
month, hopefully.
Okay, So we don't have a specific date.
And then
Pardon?
We don't have a
Maybe like
specific date for that.
portion that'll be
Specifically,
included into the fire
asked for the
department.
24th, but I don't know. I may see the engineer next week Tuesday and I may not. They'll
Okay.
be at a selectmen's
That's where we're
meeting.
gonna get the engineering
Okay.
to.
Oh, you mean the
So
heritage
there-
meeting?
Yeah,
Cause it's pretty
No.
hilly.
it
If
is,
the
and
person
what we
shows
can
up
do as
here,
far
it'll
as
be on the
Yeah, 'cause-
24th
Oh, okay,
at a regular
Making
selectmen's meeting.
okay.
applicable for us.
Cause it shouldn't
Yeah.
take too long to
Okay,
go over that.
I hiked up in there,
Okay.
it's not smooth. It's steep.
She just goes, I've hiked up in that property. She's been hiking up in that property.
I
Before.
hiked up that part, we were talking about figuring out what could fit where, and I'm sure that's gonna be a challenge to. figure
Well, a
out.
couple of things that at least I'd like to see up there is if we move the town sand pile up there, because all that weight has to go across the first bridge.
Mhm.
And if we move the sand pile up there, it doesn't go across it. Then we've talked about putting up a pile of gravel, like 2,500 yards. So when there's a next flood, we've got materials right here in town we can get to.
On the main road.
And
That's not in a flood area.
Mhm.
and then maybe put another building up there, because we have, I think it's 4 major pieces of equipment that sit outside now. And the fire department wants a spot. And what else we got planned for up there?
That was it. There was some talk about maybe doing some salt storage, but that would require, a covered building. But those, that's going through our wish list and then getting it all laid out.
Reality is another thing. I mean, we have a nice salt shed now, and what 2 loads go across the bridge here wouldn't be a major thing, but it's mainly because we don't have much room at the existing town garage.
Mhm.
And then another thing that I'd like to do is get somebody to do some maintenance on the town garage.
Yeah, we've been talking about that.
Well, the steel pillars that hold up the front of it,
Mm-hmm.
for some reason, when they poured the cement that holds them up, they only came halfway out. So you got about half the pillar hanging out in space. And building was put there in the mid-60s. So over time, salt has eaten concrete away in places here and there. And so I've talked to a couple of people, and one person, I said, could we make a metal block and put it under there and tack weld it to support the outside?
Mm-hmm.
And then the other suggestion was, well, maybe they could form up a box and drill some holes and put re-rod and pour cement there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the cement or the insulation along the walls of
Yeah.
the doors needs to be replaced,
Yeah.
redone, and things like that. But we have money in the budget for
Yeah, and those are
maintenance stuff. But
Yeah.
we just gotta,
$10,000 items, not $100,000
right,
items. Yeah.
we just gotta approve to get, put it in action.
You bet.
Talk to somebody and see if there's anything there.
Where do we stand with the septic field?
It's done.
It's done. All right.
That was done last fall.
Okay.
I don't know as a bathroom, Robin did it.
No.
Well, I can talk to the same guy about that.
Yeah.
Speaking of a little bit of maintenance, it has been raining in the sunshine room.
I was gonna ask about that.
I did have the roof shoveled. But I think someone should go in and look at the roof because it's coming in the middle of the room. It's not leaking just from the windows anymore.
Probably coming in from up above and running down the beam and dropping.
Yeah, that's chasing those down is,
We've had that leak before up there. But get somebody
How are those lumps in the floor, are they still there?
They're great. I was in there the other day when I
Alright.
was in there. Was still flat. And I have whoever it's Stebbins Painting, who's painting the library. I called them and they're gonna come on the 27th to give me a quote for painting two sides of the library.
Nice. The library or the little school?
The little school, sorry.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
currently painting the library.
Right.
I need them.
Right, right.
How does it work with getting somebody to come and look at the roof like soon?
Talked to a couple contractors and,
It's not something they have to put out to bid, is it?
Depends on the price.
Depends on the price.
depends on the price.
Okay,
Under 15.
okay.
Why don't you give the guy that did the firehouse a call?
The firehouse.
The firehouse roof.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
that roof.
Yeah,
Oh, the roof. Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
And she
Yeah, I could
goes
see
to
you
the
thinking.
firehouse.
painting the firehouse.
Yeah, I was just, yeah.
Firehouse.
I'll give the guy that did the floors in the middle school
Okay, perfect.
all on the other stuff.
Okay, that would be great.
Do you, either of you remember the name of the guy who did the firehouse roof? I've got another,
It is
this,
not off the top of my head, but they're
just, when you get to it,
yeah, I'll
send me a text, I've got another project that I've had, that involves roofs that,
They were great,
yeah,
in and out, very nice, easy to talk to.
So what do you think of our little roof band?
You guys seem pretty cool. Yeah, when I did everything that I did with boards, it was 10 years ago. So, I'm interested in taking on a challenge of relearning and learning your way, if you guys would have me.
You also were on the school board too,
I was
right?
on the Jamaica Village School Board as well, yep, for a little over a year. That was during the last consolidation bill that we went through, Act 46.
where do the kids in Jamaica go to school?
Now I think most of them are going to Leland and Gray or Townsend Elementary.
Uh-huh,
They only have choice within that district, so they could go there or Newfane, I believe.
and how many kids in Jamaica these days?
I don't know these days.
10 years
Back
ago.
then, when I was there 10 years ago, we had a full school. The
Wow.
Jamaica school was full and vibrant. It was a wonderful community when I was there. And after I left, it just went downhill.
You took them with you.
We're so glad you're here now. Yeah, that's funny. Do you have any other
Great.
questions?
Not off the top of my head, but they might pop up.
Yeah, well, I know you know my number,
I know your number, I know your number.
and Katie's,
I'm sure I could find these numbers, so.
yeah,
If you want some reading that'll might confuse your mind, read Act 181.
Oh, yeah, I
oh
was
boy,
reading about that in these minutes, and then I think you were telling me.
I was talking about it.
The new Act 250.
It's complicated.
I did law study for 2 years. I was a paralegal. After town clerk, I was a paralegal for Lexi Young for 3
Yeah.
years. And I did law study, and Act 250 just blew my mind. Like I still don't completely understand all of it. And so now the fact that they're changing
Yeah, it's all
it,
changed now.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not sure
that's
anybody
good.
does,
No.
The tears of it all.
yeah, and 181. I every time I start to burrow into it, I think, what does this mean for Weston? How does this apply to Weston? And you ask these guys and, who are presenting this stuff, and they don't really know, so it's.
I think I read an article on VT Digger, one of those Vermont news sites, and seemed like it was really just applying to city, like to Williston and Burlington and those places, and it just kind of left all the rural places in one.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're kind of mandating everything for the rural districts, and I myself, I don't see how it can work here, especially I was telling him the other day, I can come up with 10 or 12 houses that have been taken down in this town. There's one on the chopping block on Burton Road that's gonna be taken down.
Oh, yeah, I know which one that is, I think.
And they're not replacing them. And by the numbers they gave us the night he was here talking, they want 7 year-round houses built in this town to comply.
It's like the projection of like if we wanted to go up by their percentages of what they are predicting, what they were mandated to comply with by the state. It would mean that we would have to build 7, yeah, like you were saying, like 7 new houses every year.
The town would be held responsible for building?
No,
No.
Or just they wanted.
they
It's-
wanna
they-
do what they can to encourage that
Development,
to happen.
right?
Okay.
And this isn't, I mean, Denny and I, when we're talking, we're saying, that means 14 new people a year. And if you do that for 10 years, that's 140 people. And we've got, 500 and whatever, 30 or 40 voters. So you're talking about this massive potential. And I'm thinking, wait a second, I'm not sure. Do we want that? Why do we want that? Why do you want us to want that? I
But
mean,
the other thing is, this town is unique, as Jim says, because we're somewhere around 60 to 65% conserved already. Between the amount of land, the federal government, the state, the prairie, and all that conserved land up there. It's not buildable. There's only 22,000 acres in town. You got 65% of it, maybe even a little bit more. Get the exact numbers on that and we can get it down, but
yeah, and then you take out the
Floodplain.
floodplain,
Right.
and it's like,
And
But anyways.
affordability too, how are you gonna, it's challenging to make housing that full-time residents can then afford.
right, and there's no, I mean, these people are gonna have to work somewhere, right?
Exactly.
and the state's not doing anything for jobs.
And we sort of have, at least as far as I can see, sort of a finite job market I mean, the jobs that need doing have people doing them, but there are not a lot of jobs out there that, unless you want to become a painter and a plumber or start building houses. But those are, I mean, basically it's a stable situation, so very complicated.
Interesting.
All right, so we have to go into executive session for personnel.
Well, thank you for
Yeah.
having me,
Bye.
and we'll talk soon.
Great.
Okay.
I'm so glad you showed up. Thank you.
Bye.
Hope
Drive
you enjoyed your
carefully.
entertainment.
Yeah.
Just need someone to move.
Move personnel.
I'll second.
Where is that?
Jason, that's gonna be effective immediately.
Pay.
What?
It's effective this week's pay.
Okay,
We just have to state that we've filed it.
State or date it, or what'd you say?
No, we just have to, it just says this rule does not become effective in particular town until it's been filed with the select board, and I've posted it. This to be, the road to be protected must also be posted at each side.
Right.
But they should have the.
so do we just move to accept that, or that we've read it?
I
and
think so,
We
yeah.
approve it?
There's a.
Move we accept the road posting form.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Before I forget it, tomorrow morning, 9:30. Who's coming? Megan?
Yes.
Oh, to go through that calculation,
She also can help with any questions on the new road and bridge standards.
Tomorrow at 9:30 here.
Yes.
Okay.
But I can only have two of you,
okay,
just because I didn't warn it as a meeting.
Here you go. Do you wanna, you guys do it? No.
No, I don't care who does it, I just,
All right. It's up to you. Jim,
I'll be here.
great.
If you wanna be here, Katie, do it.
Yeah.
I've seen, been doing any of them.
Yeah,
Okay, so I'll
you'll
come in.
watch her run
I'll
all
come
these
in
numbers,
9:30.
then you'll come out of the meeting and you won't understand a thing. That's how it
Excellent.
works for
It'll
me
be
every
just
time.
like 2 weeks ago
Yeah.
with
just like we do.
yeah.
Jim. Might wanna ask her about the culvert on Cider Mill Road, if we're gonna do anything with that. Right now, I told the boys just to put Jersey barriers where the guardrail was. Snowplow
Yeah,
somehow wiped out the guardrails on the,
but that whole culvert has got that little
right.
spine in it.
I just told them put Jersey barriers up there.
Yeah, but that's, yeah, okay.
And after the snow melt and everything, gotta get hold of Todd Manise, cause that second bridge up there needs riprap around the abutments. You'd have to get in the river.
The second one on Greendale, not the third one by Jenny Coolidge, just the second one, right?
Crash around the abutments. Would you send Jeff a text and ask him if he'd provide the name of the engineer that he was working with on the Greendale Bridge?
Mhm.
Jason Dre's road posting.
Do the guys do that? We just
Yeah.
provide the posters and they put them on, they know how to do that?
Oh, yeah, they did that.
Okay.
It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so they might do that tomorrow. Or the next day, but they've got them. I took the posters up.
Okay. And then we're gonna approve a $2 per hour raise for Jason, right?
Right.
I move that,
I second
For this,
and that's effective
this week.
this week.
she wrote the check today. Jeff had been after me to get it done and
Yeah.
I just kept forgetting it.
Great.
So all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Anybody else got, well, yeah, I got one more thing. No, I just keep thinking of these things.
Yeah, no, I know.
She's putting that out for various positions and stuff. Well, I'm almost selectman. So how long are we gonna let that ad go before we make a decision?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Do we have to wait until Brian comes back?
Well,
I mean, he's not gonna be back until the end of the month anyways, but that's what I'm saying, like,
Let me call Brian and see how, we're in open session now, right?
yeah,
Yeah, I really like,
I just really, yeah,
I gotta say,
she's impressive.
and, I'm perfectly happy to talk to Brian about it and you guys. I think it might be too early to do it tonight, but maybe at our next meeting, we ought to,
Right.
yeah,
I have to ask questions.
sure,
You have to draw a line in the sand, how long we're gonna let things hang out there.
yeah,
I mean, if we don't get any applicants and you got one interested, fine. Get applicants and you bring them in and interview them. Whatever you want.
I haven't got it.
yeah. I've talked to two other people who, you know, have said, gee, I'm interested, but not right now. And
How does that work? Would so if it was gonna happen, like we would make like you would appoint her, but it was like be
we could
starting.
appoint her right now.
We can appoint her, right? Yeah.
To you guys.
I would feel better if.
If we talk to Brian.
If I talked to Brian.
Yeah, I would feel better. Yeah. I spoke with him a little
Yeah.
bit, but and then convene in a couple of days about that.
I think we ought to do it at a warned meeting.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think he'll be here for the next meeting. Yeah, on the, whatever it is, 24th.
He will be back.
He won't be back?
He will.
Will, that's what I thought.
Yeah, he will be back.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Love it.
Anybody else?
Who did we appoint for senior solutions?
Loretta Murphy.
Thank you.
Alright, so you two are covering the lady from Wyndham Regional tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, from,
Megan.
Trans.
V-Trans.
V-Trans.
right. Yeah.
Make sure you ask her about whether we get any paving funds this year.
Mhm.
I'm not up to speed on that.
That's like, yeah. It's March, their schedule for paving is probably full, right? Like. You bid.
Do you get these small pavers like the guy from Danby and stuff?
Mhm.
The only thing you have to watch out for, folks, in paving is you gotta give them a date to have it done by in October, or September 15th or 20th. You do not wanna allow them to go too late in the fall, because one time,
If it's too cold.
yeah, one outfit was paving, they had 10 trucks lined up there at 7 o'clock in the morning, temperature was in the high 20s. By the time that last truck got put through the thing, and they say, oh, we got heaters. Well,
Only have, I mean, we have very limited choices for paving, right? Like just.
well, we got the lower half of Chester Mountain. They put drainage in Prairie Hill up there, but that thing's like a ski mobile hill now.
Oh my God.
And that's all cracked up, and there's a time when your blacktop gets X number of cracks in it that you have to regrind it, because if you put new tire on top of that, within a year, all them cracks are work their way to the top. So Prairie Hill may be one of them things that's subject. They may have some guidelines on that, and then the Langgrove Road is one that will qualify. I think Prairie Hill's on us. I'm pretty sure Piper Hill Road's on us. They have to leave.
Piper Hill too.
Right?
You said Piper Hill Road as well?
There's one the town has to do all on its own.
Is that something we would just piggyback, like, if, you know, we have it and you goes to other parts because we have the time with it?
We might have the time, but we don't have the funds.
Right, that's what I was wondering.
Around the park here
We
is
just wanna do.
Yeah, the park we did fairly recently, right?
Yeah.
It was right after the flood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just pointing out, once we do like from the where you turn up Langgrove Road to top of the hill is on us.
Yeah. And we'll see, you know, what the funds look like, and we can figure it out from there.
I will see you tomorrow morning then.
It's true. Are you gonna declare adjournment, or you want me to move it?
We're done.
All right.